Carpal tunnel. Carpal tunnel syndrome is essentially the lack of nerve conduction down into the fingers, which creates grip strength or grip weakness, in fact. And so, how's your grip strength, Greg?
It's strong, but could be stronger.
Could be stronger. Okay. And how's the flexibility in the wrist and the mobility? A little bit slow. We're going to try that. Okay, let's see if we can do this. So you have retinaculum, which is a strap, essentially, that keeps your wrist from blowing out with all the strength and the movements that you're going to do. Whether you're an office worker, whether you're a grocery teller, or even in your sports specific, this is really important. So what you're going to get a friend to do in this fact is to kind of almost strip them sideways. And here's a lot of the issue with the stretch, is to realize that the muscle runs sideways, and the only way that you're really going to lengthen it is if you get on top and break up some of that fasciitis or adhesions that stick the muscles together in the bottom. If you really find a tight spot, you can actually take your thumbs and almost spread them against each other, create a bit of a resistance. Are you feeling that opening up? Have an opening feeling? Yeah. Now the retinaculum runs on both sides of the wrist, so then we come to the second side. A little more tender here for a lot of people. We're going to still do the same thing, and we're just going to open it up. Sometimes you'll feel a tingling starting to occur. I can kind of sense that there's a
middle finger.
Yeah. And the middle finger is actually really good because it has a sense of what nerve is on this side, and half of the nerve is on this side. So feeling something in the middle finger means you're really waking stuff up. So as I open up into there, now because it kind of shrinks as it tightens, just like an elastic band, as it tightens, it kind of shrinks into itself. I kind of take this and run through here. I start here with the hand in a kind of a flex position to one side, hold, and move through it. Here, and move through. Here, and move through. Here, and move through. Now there is some discomfort that you're going to feel, but it's 2 minutes of discomfort for years, maybe even of relief. Now you can feel there's almost a popping feeling in there. The popping feeling is those adhesions or fasciitis we talked about. You feel they're not popping anymore as much, if at all. There we go, one more in there. Now they're pretty much popped. So then what I do is I take my thumbs on either side of the wrist side and the rest of my hand underneath here, and I just get it into that motion. And it's kind of almost a figure eight, a little bit of a twist, and you can feel there's a clicking, but the clicking is dying down because the movement would build up calcium, for instance, more adhesions deeper in the muscle tissue, and scar tissue ultimately. Flip it over, and again, maybe just a little more movement. Now at the same time, you're starting to feel that I'm stretching the thumb. The thumb is the strongest digit because it opposes the rest. And that's some really good movement. So I'll continue just to spread open the hand. Open it, open it, open it, open it. And on this side here, instead of really opening it, it's more just move it. So the same kind of effect of a circular, almost a figure eight type of movement, and get the muscles to separate between the fingers, adhesions break up, and ultimately there's one other really big muscle in here, and this may be the more uncomfortable spot to dig in right there, and just kind of strip out the muscle. Now there is some stretches that you can perform, which might be to include this, moving around to different, and in 3 different angles on 2 different sides, and you should affect some of the continuance or maintenance of this, but go ahead and move your hand now. Range of motion, quite a bit more range of motion. Certainly you can help the client through those stretches and assist them, but realize that these kinds of movements aren't going to happen all in one day, despite how much change you felt in your wrist.